Hello, everybody, and welcome to another illustrious episode of the Tom and Gerry Show. I'm, of course, Tom O'Mahony. Your man over there is Mr.
Gerry McBride. Never say we never did nothing for you, Tom. We always said this wasn't a learning podcast, Tom, but today you might want to sharpen your pencil.
I'm not 100% sure. Maybe from your angle, Gerry. I'm not sure if many IQ points are going to be added to what I've got to deliver today, to be honest with you.
This is one where you actually might learn something, ladies and gentlemen, or you might learn a whole pile of fucking nothing. You're very welcome along to the Tom and Gerry Show. I forget what episode this is, Tom.
Don't worry, it doesn't matter, because as it turns out,
I'm sure it's in sequence. Yeah.
As it turns out, people bounce all over the shop from what I've been told. They just pick the name of it and bounce all over. Nobody goes chronologically. With the last couple of seasons,
this isn't fucking Coronation Street. This is more like, I don't know, Round the Twist or something. Like, you watch us in any order.
God, yeah, Round the Twist. But that's the way people have done it. So don't you worry about whatever episode this is or whatever season this is. Only that if you are brand new, there's a fucking rake more in the back of the truck. Go down and have a gander at them. There's a lot of very strange and interesting things to get on board with. Some people have started back at the beginning. Brilliant. For the brand new people, you're all very welcome aboard. We're a couple of comedians who deep dive into weirdness. And today is no different at all, Tom. This was out of the brainchild of young McBride over there.
Hello.
And this is an episode that we've, in the last 34 seconds, decided to call Buy and Sell Scramble. There you go.
Buy and Sell Scramble. How are you all doing, ladies and gentlemen? And this is why we called it the Buy and Sell Scramble, Tom. Why don't you set up the premise with the fine folks here?
Well, it's brilliant. Like many things myself and Gerry tend to do is we completely lifted it from British television in that... in that we have Maria, as they would say in Cork, or theoretically, as they say everywhere else in the world, €200 to spend. And yes, we know there's no buy and sell anymore, but we're doing it for the sake of nostalgia. We went through Done Deal and we gave each other 200 fake, beautiful euros to spend.
Virtual
euros, not Bitcoin or Ether or any of the other things. Virtual euros to spend on Done Deal in whatever shape, make, or form we wanted. Gerry came up with the rules.
Yes, indeed. Just on the fly here, Tom, I'm thinking secondhand scramble was probably a better name for it, but fuck it, we'll go with it. Just right this very second.
Yeah.
Yeah, we as Tom said there, we gave ourselves a little challenge. We're going to go through the done deals, the adverts, the Facebook marketplaces, even what was referred to in my house when I was growing up as the wee book.
Yeah, book.
Did you ever get the wee book?
Yeah.
The local trader that would come round our way was the wee book you'd push through it, where people are offloading their stuff. Some of it good, some of it shite. We have €200 to buy whatever the fuck we want, Tom. Now, we're not actually going to buy these things because we don't have €200 a piece to spend. But if you had €200, would a mind to spend it on Done Deal or adverts or buy and sell? What would we buy, Tom? Two very, very simple rules. Very simple rules. Would you like to hear them?
I'd like to hear them.
Number one.
Just in case I didn't stick to it.
Just in case, yeah, exactly. I had to double check these now. I had
with the pen scratching away a few here, yeah.
So, get at it. Okay, number one, €200. We are doing Price is Right rules, Tom. We can have any number underneath €200, but not a penny over it. You didn't have to spend the €200. If you came in at $175, you came in at $175. You want to buy one thing at $199.99, you do it. You want to buy 20 things at a tenner a piece, you knock yourself out. It's your virtual money. The only rule with this was that it was $200, no haggling. So I didn't want to hear you coming in at €220 with I'd probably talk them down to 200, even if you absolutely would talk them down to 200. Also, when it comes to postage and things like that, we'll not worry about postage. We'll assume that we would get this to our houses one way or another. And rule number two, Tom, this is an important one. We can't just go clicking on everything that's on adverts.ie that's up for free, or we'd be here all fucking night.
Yeah. There had to be a monetary value exchanged with this person. Yeah.
And a reasonable monetary value, because some people put a thing up and put €1 on it.
Oh yeah, brand new Merc for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You're like,
for 1, 2, 3, 2, 4, 5. Just to get you, just to start a conversation, Tom. So no, we weren't going to fill our boots with. And yes, I was getting a PlayStation 5 for €1, so I threw that in the pile because that's just horseshit there. That's not going to happen. Other than that, buy whatever you want. If it's broken and you believe you have the means to fix it, you want a little project, knock yourself out. I mean, like, it's your €200. If you wanted to, Tom, spend it on, smashed up broken glass and a bottle of glue, hey, fuck it, buddy. I wasn't going to tell you one thing or another, okay?
Well, to be fair, it has to be within reason, I think, too, Gerry. Like,
I
I mean,
think
you,
we
you or
went
I
within reason.
are
Yeah, well,
not
yeah.
are not going buying a rocket and going,
Yeah.
well, Tom, I mean, I could have. No.
Yeah, look, we get it done now. We didn't, like, spoiler alert. I don't think we were bollockses here, Tom.
Also, I was only thinking about it. I mentioned this to somebody the other day, and they were like, that actually sounds like a good bit of crack. Like, not to go all, past where we had to come up with home things to make a enjoyment, but they said a good bit of crack on a lead up to maybe a session in a house. Because you could all talk through this. Like, so you'll see if myself and Gerry can do it justice. I told him to hold fire and judgment on whether it sounds like a right bit of
Jeez.
crack until myself and Gerry knock out an hour out of this and see if we can. If we can.
Exactly, like with all the Tom and Jerry episodes, entertainment is not guaranteed.
No, no.
Uh, if any of our listeners from anywhere that's not Ireland are listening to this and wondering what adverts.ie or buy and sell or Dundee are, Craigslist. It's
There you go.
Craigslist, right?
There you go. There you go. It's exactly that. It's everything
It's
and
exactly.
anything, all the way down to dating. Like, there's even dating. I stumbled across that, but anyway, that's for another
Well,
time.
yeah, I don't know how far your €200 would carry you there, Tom. Uh, and buy and sell, we called it because buy and sell was what I grew up with, Tom, and I'm sure you did too. Here's the thing: buy and sell was an actual newspaper that you could buy weekly, and it was a full
Well,
ass newspaper.
was there one part was there one part of it in black and white that were cheaper ads, and then there was color ads? Am I imagining that?
You're not imagining that, Tom. So basically, it was a newspaper. So that if you wanted to sell something, instead of putting it up on Facebook Marketplace, more on that in a second, you would buy an ad in the buy and sell, and color ads were more expensive than black and white ads, but naturally the color ads might draw the eye a bit more. If your ad had a photograph, that was dearer again. But, like, again, it's the old joke. You could put, husband dead, Fiat for sale if you wanted
Yes.
to hit the 6 word limit. Um, and that was it. That was the buy and sell. And I believe either adverts.ie or Dundeal.ie are like a legacy brand from
I don't I
the
know.
OG buy and sell, maybe.
Anybody wants to tell us, that'd be great to know.
Let
That'd
us
be
know in the comments. And then along came Facebook Marketplace. And Tom, before we get into it fully, I just want to give you, and by extension, the listeners,
Oh,
a
please do.
solid piece of advice.
Please do.
Don't you ever in your motherfucking life ever put something up on Facebook Marketplace for free. Don't list it for free. That is a one-way ticket to the ruination of a weekend of you being plagued by every fucking time-wasting son of a bitch that draws breath in 6 counties.
Fuck.
It is a fucking salt lick for useless cunts.
What a lovely description. Who?
Is
What
is
did you
there
put?
is this available? Like, I have things that I'm just like, I'm not. It's too good to smash up and throw in the bin. Like, your house is like our house, Tom. I'm sure.
Yeah.
When it comes to stuff that you want to get rid of, it's like, okay, someone could get second use out of this, and it's worth money, so I could sell it.
Oh,
Or someone would get you,
the
yeah,
local charity shop knows me by name now.
exactly. Someone
Yeah.
could get use of this, but I can't, in good conscience, take money for it, so I'll give it to the charity shop or whatnot. And this is shite and a danger to everybody, and, like, smash it up and put it in the bin. So, not everything can be recycled, but as best we upcycle things in this house, we do. If it's big and bulky and, like, the charity shop ain't going to take, like, a bunk bed.
No.
Maybe yours does, mine doesn't. So, and it's had its life. We're not looking for money for it. Let's give it away for free. Stop right there, Tom.
Really?
Because you're just going to inviting fucking tire kickers about your house. Is it available? How much is it? Well, it's listed for free, dipshit. Take away for you. I'll be there with you on Saturday morning. Saturday morning comes. Not a fucking sign of them.
Fuck.
Saturday evening. Are you coming for this? Oh, did I say today or tomorrow? Well, look up, scroll back up through your fucking messages, dipshit. This shit over and over again for a whole fucking week. No matter what it's worth, Tom, list it for a tenner.
Fuck.
List it for a tenner, and you will just completely cut through a level of people that just put free in the search and look around for things for
Are there
free. Like,
people that this is their
oh
hobby?
yeah, this is their
Okay.
hobby. They look around and go, oh, you know what? I don't have a Billy bookcase at the minute. Maybe I'll just take this one here for free. And
Or
more power
lonely
to you.
people.
If you want it, fucking come to my house and I will help you carry it into the back of your car. But don't be one of these guys like, yeah, I'll take that on Saturday morning. I'll be there at 6 o'clock in the morning, knowing full well you're not going to be anywhere fucking near the place.
Well, here's the thing also, and I'm delighted with that piece of advice. Not that but all I've ever come across on Facebook Marketplace was the sort of people who would write things like on a Friday night, nothing but snakes around this town. Just me and the
nothing
kids
but
now.
snakes in this town, yeah.
Just me and the kids now, all spelt with Z's. So I would have steered clear of it anyway. But yeah, but I tell you what was difficult with this was I went looking for specific things, and by Christ, you have to be so sharp with you have to enter the money you're thinking of paying, because fucking the zeros. Because of course you said it from the lowest, the zeros, and you're going, come on, there should be a turn off the zeros. There should be a turn off the zeros fucking offer.
Here
Option.
is the thing I've found, Tom. For good and for ill, some people have no idea the value of what they're selling.
True, but there was also like zeros just to draw you in again on like a fucking new camper van. You're like, get the fuck out of here. Did you forget to write the price?
So on occasionally you'll have people going, you obviously don't know what you're selling because you're giving it away.
Yeah.
And then you obviously have no idea what you're selling, because there's no way in the wide earthly world that anybody sucking air at this moment is going to give you that money for that heap of shit. Fucking one of these guys that goes like, it's old, so it must be worth a lot of money. You've been watching too much fucking Homes Under the Hammer or Cash in the Attic or whatever the fuck it is. And some of this stuff is just shite.
It's true. It's true. We could be here all fucking evening because I have an axe to grind with some of the car market that's going on at the minute. But anyway, that is neither here nor there. Now we gave each other no guidelines as to why we were buying it, what the person, but just by pure fluke, as it turns out, we bought for two completely different reasons.
Yes,
but we bought the exact same amount. But we're not going to. We're not going to go.
That's a far €200 carrier.
It is. But we're not going to go back and forth on each one because they're for two very different reasons. So I'm going to crack on with mine.
You get it, Tom. Get it done. I'm gonna pen and pencil over here. I'm gonna tot up your money. Okay.
Okay. And we do have the share page, right? We do have the share page because we're going to do this honestly, right? Share screen. I had my file open. Can I share? Share screen.
Full disclosure, Tom, I'm not sharing my screen. I haven't had time to clean it up.
Where would mine be? I kind of want to show. It's all sorts of things that are.
I have taken screen grabs of everything that I am quote unquote buying, and I'm going to share them on the social medias.
That's what I'll do, because I just brought it up there, and it would seem Zoom has updated itself, and it's nothing like what I remember it looking like. Anyway, you'll have to take my word for it.
We're honest about this, folks, and I'll tell you how honest I am, Tom. If I saw something and I was like, oh, I'll throw that on the pile, and then I went back to it the next day and somebody had bought it, I just went, well, I missed that.
Yeah.
I gotta find another one now.
Thankfully, Gerry, I went after the kind of shite that is still there.
Oh, still there. And there it'll be.
Because I picked some. Anyway, so the way
I can't wait to hear this.
The way I went about this, and I wanted to pick a theme throughout it as to the reason why I was, will I buy things that I need for going on holidays? But no, that all gets very samey. Will I buy things maybe for the winter hunkering down? That gets a bit samey. Do you know what I'll do? I'll close the brackets on this, and the emotions I feel on the 7 days of the week, and what would brighten up my week, and the emotions that maybe some people kind of share with me, that maybe they feel the same way, that possibly this is how their week runs. I don't know. Maybe I'm just a fucking maniac with 7 different personalities throughout the week, but this is what I went after every single day.
So is it your intention, Tom, in this theoretical world where we spend this money, that one of these things would land every single day for a whole week and just give? All right, and you'd have a lovely big smile on your face when it lands at the door.
Exactly. So it's what do they call it? what do
This
they
is
call it?
pandemic shopping, Tom.
This is exactly what I was thinking. What do they call consumer therapy? Is it? Is it consumer?
Yeah.
Yeah, this
Retail
is
therapy.
retail
It's,
therapy
it's, it's
to a
something
degree.
very deeply broken inside us, but I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah,
In
yeah,
the mid lockdown, I'd be like, "Oh, great! I got another fucking thing from Amazon here. Oh, wonderful.
yeah,
This will
yeah.
stave off the
Just,
fucking
just twitching the curtains, waiting from the guy from Amazon or DPD
stave
to
off the
turn.
fucking dread for another day or two." Tom, I'm oh right,
So,
Sunday, happy days. Let's go.
so we all know a Monday is a complete pain in the pipe.
Go on.
It's the day shit breaks. It's the day you step on Lego first thing in the morning. It's the day when the car won't start. It's the day that just gives you misery. Hence, the weekend is over. Everybody knows Mondays are Mondays, and I tried to think what would perk up my Monday, and nothing makes me smile on a regular basis than a duck.
I mean, like, yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
I've never, it's not often I'm lost for words, Tom. What the fuck are you talking about?
So I know a lot of people go, "Oh, you're dead right, Tom. Chinese on a Monday night. Who's cooking? Lovely, love it, love a bit of an orange sauce." No, ducks. Even though they're one of the thickest birds you will ever, lay your hands on when it comes to the poultry world. Like hens are top of the pops. You know what I mean, smartness wise. But hens, I've dealt with them, but nothing gives me. I actually came to a grinding halt at an agricultural show a couple of weeks ago. This American duck, Gerry, that they had, it was after winning first prize. And honestly, I get a quiver in my voice. This duck was like you were looking at something that was drawn on a cartoon. It was so perfect and so pudgy in the cheeks. The same duck, not sure the price. Probably top dollar. I found ducks in Carlow at 15 quid a pop. I'm buying two of them because I wouldn't dare buy one. I'm buying two ducks to make me feel good about myself because now I've got two pets. I'm going to call them Salt and Pepper or something fun, Jack and Daniels, something fun and quirky just to go along with it. This is me imagining, this is me being very selfish, by the way. I do not have, in this world, I don't have a wife or a child or any other pets. I live like John Wick, essentially. I'm by myself. So, so So I'm taking nobody into consideration on this one, to be honest. Not really, anyway. Maybe one or two you might find it, but realistically, this is a very selfish point of view. Two ducks, 15 quid a piece. Not bad money. What you reckon?
Well, I reckon a couple of things, Tom.
I've made no provision, by the way, for these. They're sleeping in the house with me.
Okay. So a couple of things. And I'm sure listeners might have these questions as well. You're saying ducks, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Okay, I thought I heard you. Okay, there.
yeah.
And that's not duck as in an ornament, or the three ducks going up the wall, or like a duck like a submersible land vehicle.
No.
We're talking the birds.
We're talking has a bill, has big webby feet, and a flappy little cute tail, and they love seeds.
And you
grains.
can buy you. So this isn't some like black market puppy farm, duck farm kind of thing. No, this is you can just buy ducks, right?
When I send you on the picture, they look so happy. They're in a field with a man, and they look so happy.
And it's only happier they're getting. Now tell me, Tom. Now here's the thing with ducks.
Don't get into semantics now. I'm not.
As to what a duck is.
This is Monday making me feel happy. Okay, so don't.
And look, Tom. If you're a Monday and two ducks quack quack outside the house, like I can only imagine that's happy.
Can imagine it.
Think about it. And you don't not for nothing. You don't live on the 7th floor of a place, so like you're gonna be good.
Yeah.
When you say duck, Tom, I'm picturing like the brown duck with the sort of green head and the reverend collar and that kind of thing.
I would. They didn't say mallard. They didn't say. I mean, there's a gorgeous one called a Swedish bluebill, and he's only.
Right.
But I'd seen one of them earlier in the week. Sorry, this is the one thing that was gone. These were only a tenner a piece, and they had a blue beak. I couldn't fucking believe it, and I went, "All right, have me 3 of them," but they were gone. All they had was gone. So I went for regular fucking Skoda ducks. You know what I mean? Down the line.
Down the line ducks, and you went for 2 of them. So that brings you up to €30 spent. Of your money so far. I mean, Tom, this is the kind of thing that you could have done the other 6 days and then just seen how much money you had left and make it up in ducks.
Oh, you see now, this is where these are top priority. These need to get me out of the Monday slump.
So two is going to do that job.
Of course it is.
And are you going to get like a male and a female duck and hope for
I
like
hadn't honestly, I hadn't gone that far. I thought about that. I went, am I getting into the breeding thing? But that's thinking that's some Tuesday thinking, Jerry.
that's not a Monday way of thinking.
No,
Okay,
if they
Tom, two
landed,
ducks.
yeah, two ducks. So I'm
Yeah.
getting me two ducks for 30 quid.
You know, I gotta tell you, Tom, the rules did not say don't buy live things. So
No,
there you go.
there you go.
You're on brief so far, buddy.
So happiness levels are rising. But still, all the same, we're rolling into Tuesday, and nobody likes a fucking Tuesday because Tuesday's
Another fucker of a day.
another absolute fucker of a day. And look, I ain't what I used to be, as the Toby Keith song says, but still probably give it a shot. But at the same time, we've all taken off the t-shirt, seen that double mirror behind you when you're putting on a pair of jeans. You're going, I'm gone in absolute fucking ribbons.
Yeah.
This time, I'm buying.
I'm sorry, I said yeah, real quick, Tom.
Yeah, no, you get it. You get it.
I get you, buddy.
And most people,
I got mirrors.
Yeah, most people listen and get it too. They're like, "Oh, Jesus Christ, we're going up a size." I see. Fair enough. So it is.
You see the way, Tom, like, I'm not like leaping in with like, no, Tom, you look great, buddy. Fucking hell.
No, and I would be disgusted with you and end the podcast if you were that sort of fucking American. Do you know?
I heard a great phrase like, my head is getting gentrified, all the white is moving in. You know? Talking hair here, people, yeah.
Whitey's on the moon. I love it.
Whitey's on the moon.
Anyway, I don't know what's happening with my mustache. It would seem like they're colonizing something serious from the ground.
You've got a Hulk Hogan mustache going on there, brother.
I've got fucking South Africa happening here. They're moving.
Yeah, look at this. That's. I mean, like, it's good job you're on the e-cigarettes now, Tom. If you were still on the smokes, you'd have like a real fucking yalla.
Yeah, it would be a yellow mustache.
Like,
yeah.
Just the mustache would be yellow on one side where the fags hang out of your mouth.
Yeah. Geez, maybe I should give that a go. I'd look hard as fucking
go.
nails. Anyway, it's Tuesday.
It's Tuesday.
While I'm feeling good with my new ducks, it's not Monday. At the same time, I'm in fucking bits. The weekend's been a bit heavy. It's time to fucking consider getting back in shape.
Yes.
I bought a home gym, Jerry.
Oh, wow. One by home gym?
You know the all-in-oneies with a couple of pulleys? Got it for 50 quid, Jerry.
Get the fuck.
Swear to God.
More on this in a second. Tell me more about this home gym.
So we have lat pull down.
Yes.
We have the bench press.
Yes.
We have the row.
The row, yes, of course.
And I think that's about it. But it's a bench that can incline and decline, so you can get a couple in. You know what I mean? And I don't think the leg thingy is. I don't think the cable is attached on it, but it may or may not be attached. We could fix that. But so far, I'm definitely getting a decent, for the most part, upper body workout in. Not a lot on my shoulders, but the chest is banging in all directions. Back, upper back would be nice. But that's really all I want. I don't need to do my legs, because who's going to be looking at them?
Yeah, fuck it. Like, there's a reason why people joke about skipping leg day, Tom.
Yeah, because
people skip leg day.
Yeah.
That is a very interesting thing, Tom. And like, I know immediately the kind of thing you're on about, because I probably had a couple of these down through the years.
We definitely all had them.
I don't think I ever had one with a lat pull down. I know I didn't have one with a lat pull down, but I had like a bench press kind of a jobby, and it had a thing at the bottom for the legs, and that was the first thing I unbolted and fucked away, because it was always just tangling your legs when you were doing chest presses, and I never worked out from the waist down in my life.
Because you're a man, goddammit.
That's grand. That's what walking's for. You'll be all right.
Yeah.
Tell me more, Tom.
It's I if I could get the pictures up, but I'd have to go back out
as
where it is. I don't know where it is, but there was no haggling. There was fucking volumes of shite, and you're going, you're out of your fucking mind if you think anybody's buying that. Again, this is one of the sections where, almost like the cars, you're going, are you fucking lost? Okay, some you're going, okay, that looks brand new, it looks cool, that thing looks cool, but there's some shite there, and lads are going, 700 quid. You're going, you're fucking dreaming.
You'll be all right.
Almost everybody has something like this somewhere in the back of the shed.
You don't list something for more than it costs brand new from fucking Argos. I know Argos is gone, but wherever the equivalent horseshit store might
And
be.
some guys are going, are you looking to make a profit? I know people are
Yeah,
really getting into the gym nowadays, but you're fucking losing the will here. Like, uh,
you weren't keeping a home gym in the garage as an investment, pal.
your the neighborhood property prices didn't suddenly go up because you now fitted a fucking home gym in the
No.
yoke that you got in fucking B&Q. No,
This this is the kind of thing, Tom. This is the kind of thing the home gym. This is the kind of thing that a spouse would have said, "Get that fucking thing out of the house."
yeah,
And that's
110%. You're
and
wasting
that's
your
why
fucking money.
you're wasting your money. It's been sitting out there. I need that garage for XYZ. And don't just take it apart and put it up in the attic with the idea that you'll use it someday or you'll take it down. No, that thing is never going to be used ever again. I would imagine that the done deals and adverts.ie and Craigslist and buy and sells of this world are flooded with shit that was bought in January and never
Oh,
saw March.
I'd be very interested to see what the actual spike is for a resale. Is it March? Is it April? I'd say it's in around late spring. And that's when they're going, right, get that fucking yoke off the property. The amount of lads you'd see at municipal dumps when I was in Dublin, and they're all at the steel section. And then they turn around with the padded bit going, where do I throw
Yeah,
this? And
what
they're
good
like,
does this go into?
you can
Put
fuck that
anywhere I
into over
want,
there.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
It's all going to the one place.
I'm
Here's
not.
another here's
Yeah,
another
sorry.
tip for you, Tom. Here's another tip for you, Tom, as we mentioned this as well.
Hmm.
You know when the best day is to go on Done Deal? If you're looking for something specific, which we may or may not have been, but say if you wanted an X, Y, Z, whatever it might be,
There's a good day.
a good day to do it, like to get in before anybody else, if there's a particular IKEA unit or whatever the fuck would be. The best day to go looking for things I have found down through the years is Monday morning, because think about what happens. Lads clear out the house of a Saturday or Sunday. I'm going to take a Saturday, Sunday to clear out the house, and anything that's going to be sold is going to be sold. And then they sit down on Monday morning at work with a cup of coffee, look around, see is the boss coming, and they list it on adverts.ie or Done Deal. And that's when the new stuff goes up, and that's when you can get in and swipe it quick. There's a little pro tip for anybody out there that's listening to us going, fuck me, I could do with a duck.
Fair enough.
There you go.
Right. I'm not saying now, in fairness, it looks in it all right, Nick. When I send you on the pictures, it'll be like, oh, okay, bit of WD-40, but in fairness, it looks all right.
But Tom, as we say up airway, you're not going to race it.
No. And to be fair, and you wouldn't either. And, you're not going, well, Mr. Olympia next year, I think. No, it's like, just to get a little pump on, make myself feel good. Most likely
impress the ducks.
Impress the ducks, possibly relist it myself next fucking week when I'm sick of it.
So, nothing in the rules said we had to keep this shit, Tom.
No.
Right, buddy. You are €80 down here. Okay, so you're nearly at 50% of your budget here with 5 days left to go.
I'm just looking at my numbers, going, "Fuck! Did I blow it already?" Look, if I did, I did. I'll be honest.
We'll. If you blew it, Tom, we'll sell one of the ducks.
Grand. So we're into Wednesday.
Okay.
Feeling good about myself.
Hell yeah! You got ducks on it. You got ducks and biceps, Tom.
This is it. Ducks and guns. What else does a man need? Like, realistically, just walking around with a duck just sitting on each bicep, just fucking killing. But I'm feeling nostalgic in a way, and somewhat curious. I'm like, now it's time to stop the Chinese, but I want to cook something nice for myself. Something I possibly may or may not have ever had. But fuck it. I might have friends over. Might have a beer.
By the sounds of it.
No, not going to go mad. Not going to go mad. It's a Wednesday night, school night. We ain't going to go mad. But look, I wouldn't mind a couple of friends around. And if I'm going to see the gang, you got to do something that we can all participate in eating. Sure, I could make a big old fucking pot of stew or a big old fucking roast chicken, or I don't want to scare the ducks. But this one, I'm going to buy myself a fondue set jar. And this is brand fucking new.
One by fondue set, Tom.
Fondue set for €35.
35
reduced
euro.
Brand new, it was 50.
Talk me through a fondue set, Tom.
Do you know what I should really?
It's a cheese pot, right? It's a bubbly
cheese pot.
It's a melty cheese pot
with a load of skewers that kind of.
I've had this before.
Yeah, I've had it. But they're skewers and they have little grooves that the skewers sit into.
Like an ashtray, they just sit down in.
Exactly like an ashtray. So you dip. I don't know. You dip your bread, your crouton, whatever it is you're dipping in. I'd imagine you people, maybe you want to pause. You get through the first two or three, it's heavy. You want to pause and go, I'm just going to rest my skewer there. But it's the talking point. I think it's a bit of crack. Everybody's kind of going, fuck, when did I last have fondue? I've never had fondue. Have you not had fondue? What kind of cheeses do you use? Well, let me tell you, but it's a conversation starter.
Well,
Nobody's starting a conversation around roast chicken or a fucking
no.
spaghetti bolognese. They're not going to go, did you fucking grow the tomatoes yourself? No, they're not. But
I heard a rotisserie chicken, Tom. You know those plastic bags of rotisserie chicken?
yeah.
I heard a rotisserie chicken referred to as a bachelor's handbag. I thought that
Okay, there's two zingers after coming out tonight. A
I was like,
bachelor's handbag. And what was the other one?
I don't know. I didn't write any of these. This is just
I know, but
jokes I've seen along the way. Sorry,
are
yeah, the courtesy of whoever wrote that. I'm sorry.
that's
I'm just
fucking brilliant. A bachelor's handbag.
a bachelor's
I
handbag.
love it. And yes, I have been that soldier where you're
Oh yeah, same as.
and you'll only eat it. You're not worried about any accoutrements with it. You're just
Oh,
sitting
fuck
with
no.
a can of beer, watching telly, just ripping bits of chicken off out of the
Yeah,
bag.
pulling it out. Yeah, wondering where it all went wrong. Uh, okay, fondue, Tom. I've had fondue before.
Mhm.
Um, I may have had fondue out of this fucking set, to be honest with you. But here's the crack with it as well. It is just like a pot of cheese, and you do dip whatever you want. Yeah, like Tom, you can like curl a bit of ham up and stick it on the skewer and put it into it. You
Of
do
course you
whatever the
could.
fuck what you want with it, Tom. But there does come a moment in the proceedings where you're looking at the cheese in the pot, and your brain goes, "Someone give me a spoon."
Yeah, see. This is the
Because
thing.
I'm here poking a wee knife into it and getting a bit of cheese on a bit of bread. Give me a slice of bread and a spoon.
Yeah, I'm gonna go fucking mad at that cheese.
And I'm going to pick it out, and it's lovely, Tom. And nobody's going to say, Tom, that fondue is not nice, because look what it is. It's fucking melted cheese. Come on,
Yeah,
man.
as many different types of cheese as you want. But here's the other side. I thought about that. I literally thought about drinking it straight out of the pot. But I think that is the thought of a man who's 27. At 41, I will pass out if I eat more than a
You're
certain amount of cheese. This
you're undoing the good work that you've just done with your new home gym, Tom.
is the thing. So I'm happy to keep it on the skewer and have a little smattering of it on whatever lump of stuff I stick in there. Um,
But
and I'm
honestly, Tom, that's why we sort of keep a wee bit in shape at our advanced age now. Once you cross 40, it's not about becoming lean and mean and buff or anything like that.
Ah,
It's just maintaining the weight you're at,
you're fighting the devil continuously.
and allowing for a couple of cans. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like I can
yeah,
have a
yeah.
couple of cans at the weekend and a bit of fondue, and not fucking die
Oh, listen, I would love to eat
as quickly.
sesame toast for breakfast, but let's get fucking real, Jerry. It's staying and it ain't going.
No,
It isn't like when you were fucking, 28, 29 and you're literally bucketing cheese, carbohydrates, and whatever the fuck else you wanted, and it just went away.
and it just went away. It
The
just wasn't
fairies
there.
took it. The
Yeah.
fairies took the hell away that you just ate or drank over the weekend. But regardless, this is a mature thing, I think, to invite friends over on a Wednesday and look, bit of a dick of a yoke, fondue. You know what I mean? I'm not going to wear a turtleneck to the fucking door to greeting people, but I will kind of go, come on in. Let's bust out the fucking Pit Viper sunglasses.
But
This is
don't call it fondue, Tom. Just if I rock up to the door and say, Jerry, come into me here. You want some melted cheese and ham? I'd be like, yes, I fucking do, Tom.
I mean, we have shared a lot of ham in the past. I mean, there's probably more ham than most men have ever shared together. We have shared ham.
Well, now we're gonna add cheese to that. I can't do fucking sums, Tom.
I'm over the 100.
This whole project has taught me one thing, and that's I can't do mental arithmetic anymore. I need five.
I'm 115, am I?
3,580. Hang on, no, that's wrong. But I'm sorry, I've been doing this on a calculator. You're 115 euro so far, my man.
Okay.
Might be not going to duck off this come the end of it, Tom.
I might. Geez, I'm just looking here. I'm getting tight. I'm getting tight as I'm looking at it. But I literally cannot add the next four fucking things up. That's where I'm at in my life.
Keep it coming. I'll add them up for you.
Thursday.
Yes.
Thursday, I'm feeling good, Nick. Feeling very happy. And this is do you know what this is? This is a fucking frivolous. This is just an old fucking.
Nice.
A Fagary popped into my head.
Love it.
A Fagary popped into my head, Jerry. And I'm not.
Literally anything could be mentioned right now.
This is for me. This is just a bit of, look, whatever. I'm not even, this is a purchase that you go, fuck it, did I buy that? This is what this purchase is. And I went to Vintage Clothing Now, I will tell you, for the
Ah.
crack, I went looking for a NAF jacket, right? Right. I did go, I'm telling you that. I went just so you'd smile, right? A NAF jacket. Anybody who spent any period alive and awake and aware of society in the 90s will have known what a NAF jacket was. It was a
Yeah.
bomber jacket with the words NAF written into the back of it. What it
Yeah.
stood for, I don't know, but they were known as NAF jackets. They became very popular with ravers and other people of the like. Couldn't find it, but got
That
pop.
that whole I got that whole look, Tom. Like it's so fucking mad to me. It just brings me back to the Gaeltacht. Like
Yeah,
the one
yeah,
thing I remember
yeah,
from the
yeah, yeah.
Gaeltacht, right? More than any of the Irish, I thought, but there was lads that were there that were wearing that kind of gear and X-Works jeans and all this kind of shit, right? And they proudly called themselves. This was my first introduction to the term. They were like, "We wear this. We listen to rave music. We are skangers." That was the collective term. They would proudly
Okay.
say, I'm a skanger.
They clearly weren't, so if that's the case.
I listen to rave, and I'm a skanger." And I'm like down through the years, like that word is more like, you don't want to proudly call yourself that. Like,
Anybody who's referring to themselves as a scanger isn't one.
so I don't know. Anyway, on you go. So no NAF jackets to be had.
No jackets to be had. But you know what? Like I said, I pulled the trigger quick on something, even though I'm not a football fan at all.
No.
I did like the look of, and I could be wrong, but I think it's a German jersey. It's a green one, has the German flag, German stripes around it. I think they just look cool for walking around, possibly popping down to the local for a quick old
Yeah.
pint or two on the Thursday evening.
One
It was,
German football jersey.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So I gave €30 for that because, in fairness, it was in really good condition.
Right.
Really,
And okay, so Tom, east or west?
I don't know if we were beyond that point. I think it
But
didn't say.
it's the German national team.
Yes, I think so.
Okay,
Yeah, it
okay.
was the green one, so it must have been the away one
It's
because
not,
they're
it's not,
they're.
it's not, it's not Bayern Munich. It's not a club team,
No,
Hartley.
I don't think so. No, I stand to be.
Don't ask me to name a second German football
I
team,
could
Tom.
be. Listen, this could be some fucking other place, but I can't get out of Zoom to go look at it. But I stand to be
That's okay.
corrected, listeners. If you're going, oh, I know the jersey's on about, and then I put it up and go, you absolute fucking eater. That's fucking Stiefel-Lackenberg. And okay, I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
that's the Poland away jersey, dickhead.
Yeah, don't fucking haul me over the coals on this. I like the look of this jersey. I would wear it as a t-shirt.
You know
And
what? You know what I'm going to tell you, Tom. If you liked it and you thought you would wear it, then it's not wrong.
there you go. It ain't wrong.
No wrong way to buy clothes, buddy.
Yeah, ain't wrong. Um, moving on to Friday.
Now, before we move on to Friday,
yeah.
Tom, I've never not once in my life seen you in a football jersey,
No,
or
but I got it. Do you know what, Gerry?
I've never heard you mention football. You're a rugby man, Tom.
Did you ever see me with €200 flapping it around in the air that Jerry McBride had given me for free? No, you fucking didn't. So I'm burning your money here, right? I'm burning your fucking money.
If you're happy, this is like these parents that give their kids their inheritance before
Yeah.
they pass away. I just want to see you spend it and be happy.
Yeah. And this
And criticize the purchases you're making, Tom. But I won't have a stone to throw now very shortly.
exactly. So you get where I'm going. It was a whim. This would arrive in the post and go, the fuck? Okay, cool.
What size did you buy, Tom?
Oh, I went large. It was only in large.
Well, you're gonna be ripped to shit now with the home gym anyway.
I know. Look, the soccer jerseys tend to be tight around the biceps. That's why we're really all I was
with the
thinking
fondue,
about.
this will be tight around the belly here, lad.
Yeah,
Go on.
I know. Moving on into Friday. Friday, I need a project for the weekend because I'm fucking trying to stay off the beer with the new fucking, I need a project. This is a project. I know we were kind of, we said we would, but when you see the picture of it, you'll give me a fucking pat in the back. Now,
Well, Tom, you're heading into the weekend. You need something to pick you up because last weekend you were sad you had to buy ducks on a Monday to cheer yourself up. So it's good that you're.
I got to get at this, Ger. I got to get at this because find some way of staying out of the pub pre 7:00 on a Saturday. So at least do get yourself a project for today. Get yourself a project. And I have bought, I believe it's a Renault partner. A Renault partner van that needs a fair bit of work, but they want it offsite for 20 quid.
Okay. You have just paid less for a van than you paid for 2 ducks.
I know. And now the ducks can live in the van if nothing else. That's the way I'm thinking about it. Or I can live in the van if I lose my house if I keep on buying stupid shit.
Yeah, like, you know what I was going to say, like, we set up the way that, like, we weren't going to go for anything that was blatantly low priced. to
Yeah.
start a haggling kind of thing. But it strikes me that this is clearly something that is literally scrap. Get this off my fucking property.
I'd say what
I've
they
had
are.
this before, Tom. Yeah, if you can tow it away from this property, you can take it.
I think what it is, they're actually a breakers, and I'd say they have a fucking. When I looked them up, they have in like immeasurable amounts of this particular van, and I'd say
Gotcha.
this one is like we don't just take the fucking thing out of the way. It would be worth the space that under that thing would be worth more to us than fucking. You know
The
what I mean?
real estate, yeah.
You
If
know.
it's a Renault partner van, Tom, and they have a load of them to give away, would these be like old post vans that were
No, no, no. This is
decommissioned post?
no.
Was the
This is
partner
no.
was the Renault partner a post van?
No, it would have been the Renault Kagoo or whatever it was called, or Kangoo. No,
Okay.
this is a good sized van. When you see it, it's like, fuck me. And I looked through the ad. It was like, no, get rid of it. Just get fucking rid, basically. So I'm happy to take it for 20 quid.
Do you know what I'm happy for that you get it for 20 quid. Now, Tom, what you know, if you say you've got a project and you wanna get that van back on the road, I wish you the best of luck. May the road
Thank you.
rise to meet you, literally. Uh you just bought yourself a duck house for 20 quid.
That's, there you go. Do
You know, and anybody that is puzzled at the statement has obviously never been to a farm in their life
Yeah.
where if something is beyond repair and isn't fit to be used as a yoke for the fields, strip the engine out of it, drain the oil out of it so it's not pissing everywhere,
Hey,
uh,
presto. Hey,
rip the
presto.
seats out of it if you're inclined. If you don't want to rip the seats out of it, just leave it be. I had some of the best summers of my childhood youth, Tom, playing in vans that had no wheels in
Kicking the nettles out of the way to get the door open.
kicking the nettles out of the way and getting into it and pretending to drive a
Yeah.
fucking spider
Making
filled old van.
sounds for hours. In a Nissan Bluebird. I won't lie. It was great
Yeah.
times.
And the slidey mechanism of the van doors lends itself beautifully to a home for not just ducks, Tom, but poultry of all kinds.
Poultry of all kinds. And here, this van is tall enough to fucking actually create a home gym if my potential potential partner down the line isn't happy with the fucking gym in the garage. Maybe I don't have a garage. Who knows?
Many's the home gym, Tom, fell by the wayside because it had no place in the house. You're not putting that fucking treadmill in the back kitchen.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
nobody ever said you couldn't put a bench press machine in a van.
In a van. I mean, this is all coming together beautifully.
You're fucking absolutely smashing this, Tom. And you're at €165.
Okay, I'm grand.
You might make this yet, Tom.
I think I'm okay.
You might keep both those ducks.
I think I'm okay. Anyway, Saturday is coming around, and at the same time, while I am going to crack into this van, first things first, we're all about house maintenance. You and I, we do like to keep our ships in order, and I'm going to cut the lawn.
We keep tidy houses, Tom, despite what this list might be telling you.
I know. But this is kind of like I said, this is a list. If I was a single man, this is the kind of shit that would. And we all know
this is the kind of list that would guarantee you.
If your father never met your mother, can you imagine? Can you imagine the carry on and the stuff that would be around the property? Like, good Lord.
Yeah. Put to the sword, Tom. I think it'd look a lot like what it looks like now, but go on. There's not much about the house that my father said, no, I better not buy that. She won't like it. It's like, hey, boy.
Well, my old fella just kept on building sheds.
Yeah, same.
Yeah. Saturday rolls around. I got us a lawnmower, Ger. That's in
good work. Lawnmower.
Good working order. Good working order. Could do with a service, but happy out with it. Good more for 20 fucking euros, Gerry.
Nice.
Yeah.
I love that, Tom. What petrol, electric? What are we talking?
Oh no, she's petrol. Oh geez, she's petrol. I changed the plug. I've got loads of them knocking around. After that, you're off to the fucking races.
Nice.
You're off to the races. There ain't much to a fucking lawnmower. If the engine turns over, you're going. Do you know what I mean? I can edge the blade myself. No problem. That bench grinder I bought last week with your money, it's going to come into use. Okay, I haven't told you this, but I stole another €200.
All right, okay, that was
it.
Okay. That's an episode of your own podcast. I know we've got grinding tools. We've got like a fucking whetstone somewhere about the place. We'll sharpen the blade.
Yeah, exactly. So I don't think there's anything here that's gone unbelievable where people have gone, come on, Tom.
No. I mean, if you had told me that, I bought a Renault partner van for €20 and it's going to be roadworthy in weeks, maybe not.
I'm a single bloke with a project, Gerry.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Or perhaps a duck house.
Yeah, or a duck house, or like, you can go full pimp my ride with that and put fucking bouncing rims and shit and God knows what in it.
So
You can do it with the lawnmower as well if you want.
Get the lawn cut, happy out, tinker away at the van, maybe come up with a plan. She's in good enough order, maybe rip a couple of bits here and there, whatnot. 6:15, 7 rolls around. I'm done for the day, Gerry. So I'm hitting the pub. Hit the pub. But it's all of a sudden we're all back around. It's Sunday morning again. I'm in no fit shape as a human. And there's a really, I ain't going back. I ain't eating fondue. I'm not going fucking eating that. There's one thing that everybody listening to this podcast, my podcast, you has known me forever. What's the one food type that Tom will be cooking to make himself feel good?
Sounds like barbecue to me, Tom.
You're goddamn right, it's barbecue. And there's only one type of charcoal timber you're to use. That's Namibian charcoal timber. 15 kilos of it, Gerry, from the South African shop. That's what I'm getting myself. Nothing like this. As we know, you and I well know, there is no charcoal timber better to use than
Tom,
Namibian.
I am fucking sick telling people that
Namibian
charcoal is the only charcoal that I use.
But you can't see the video right now, but he's literally wearing a t-shirt from the South Africa shop saying Namibia.
Yeah.
Or nothing.
Namibia charcoal #1.
Yeah.
How much is this charcoal?
15 quid.
Oh, 15 quid. Sorry, I thought you said it was 15 kilos.
It is 15 kilos for 15 quid.
€1 a kilo? That's a good deal on Namibian charcoal, my friend.
All the way from southern Africa. Harder place to get out of than actual South Africa itself. So, I'm pretty happy with myself. I'm not telling you what I'm cooking because it was already in the freezer prior to this deal. But yeah, I'm firing up a serious smoky day to get me over the Sunday blues.
Tom, I'm going to tell you, I just fucking knew when it rolled around to Sunday and you had €15 left in the kitty that the priest wasn't getting that.
No. I give him a wave.
Namibian charcoal, Tom. Now, I know why it's better than other charcoal, but for the newer listeners, perhaps would you explain it?
Well, I'm glad you asked.
I know myself. I don't need to be told.
It's apparently, well, from what I've been told, and this is the experts, the arid conditions that Namibian oak grows in makes it a far superior burn than, say, oak we would use in more, I suppose, wetter climates. Apparently, it's as tough as fuck. And it gives off, if that tree had to pull in enough carbon to make a tree, then you can be guaranteed it fucking worked hard for it. Hence why Namibia makes some of the hardest rugby players out there. They mightn't be any fucking use, but they're as hard as fucking coffin nails.
But they're tasty as shit.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my God. Tom, can I do a little tot up here for you?
Oh, please,
just in tot up for what you bought for €200 on the various, like this was a mixture of the adverts and the done deals and the what have yous of this one.
Uh-huh.
Out of curiosity, and it wasn't a rule, Tom, but was all this relatively local to you?
I mean, it was within driving distance. I didn't have to go to the north for it. I'll put it that way.
So not Valencia Island.
No. I didn't have to.
You could drive to it.
And everywhere I drove, it was still in kilometers.
Okay.
Right.
I mean the moon is in kilometers away from here, Tom.
Look, I'm just saying. I could do it on a tank of diesel.
Okay, right. Perfect. Okay, that's all we want. So, Tom, for your €200 in the Irish buy and sell secondhand market, you got 2 ducks.
Correct.
A home gym, a fondue set, a German football jersey, a Renault partner van, a lawnmower, and 15 kilos of Namibian charcoal. It feels like the fucking generation game.
And a cuddly toy.
Yeah.
It does. I know. Do you know what? As you're going through it, like, I didn't think, I was just so excited when I found each one of these things. I didn't think it'd have absolute vast difference between each item. But fuck me. There's something there for everybody, lads.
No, Tom, there are 7 things for you.
Yeah, right. No. People can see a lot of my personality through how I pick that.
I'm gonna that's not 7 things you buy on adverts.ie, Tom. That's 7 tarot cards.
You can peer into the windows of my soul through
You
all of
know,
that shit. Yeah, I get it. I get it.
you're there. You 2 ducks, home gym, fondue set, football jersey. This is what you say to wake up the Winter Soldier.
Don't say it into the mirror anyway, that's for sure. The fucking Candyman will turn up confused going, who ordered a fucking duck, you weird cunt?
This is a fucking incantation is what this is, Tom. My God.
Yeah. God, I'm a fucking weirdo. I get it.
It's incredible. I gotta tell you, it is incredible, and I'm delighted.
I'm delighted that you've exposed me.
No, I'm just delighted that all my stuff now feels kind of safe.
Oh. Did you do?
And you came in. Honestly, I swear to God, Tom, you could have left a Namibian charcoal behind and got another duck. You could have gotten 3 ducks, but like, who the fuck needs 3 ducks? Tom?
You're gone fucking mad. I wouldn't have the love for 3 ducks. 2, I can definitely do. 3 ducks,
right.
there'll be 1 neglected. I guarantee you. I can't.
Like,
I know my limits. I'm a 2 duck guy.
You know what you'd have then, Tom? Nobody wants to have one. You'd have a lesser duck.
Oh, for God, I shudder at the thought of a lesser duck as I look on at my Namibian hardwood going, look, I'm sorry, mate. You gotta go. As I'm flogging him for 15 quid.
Well, that is excellent, Tom. That is a great list. And folks, there you go. Upcycle. Do not throw shit out. You know, someone will want it somewhere. You know, we're a nation. We're not a nation. We're a species of people, Tom, that are just far too quick to throw some shit out.
Throw shit away. I fucking hate throwing shit away.
As my mum would say when surveying stuff that I had grown out of, some wee boy'll wear that.
Right enough.
There you go. Well, right. Tom, let me take you through my list here. So, we seem to have narrowed into themes. We just didn't run around spending money willy-nilly.
Well, we're mature men now.
Yeah, indeed. You did days of the week, but I focus on something instead now with projects that I have taken on with through lockdown and one thing and another.
You love a project.
I love. I'm
going to keep an eye on yours too, by the way.
Okay, you do my sums on me because my mental arithmetic is fucking shot. But I think I come in here at $200 even. Okay, 7 items, Tom, to create from scratch a man cave.
Wow. Okay. In all fairness, you and I said at the very beginning, and even off air, we were going, yeah, wow, our stuff is so different. Wow. There's really, before you even say what's happening next or what you bought.
No, it's not that fucking different. Yeah.
Single one of the listeners just went, yeah. I saw it. If there's a couple driving in a car going, no, but Gerry might have been, maybe he went horticulture. Yeah. Like maybe,
maybe bought the makings of raised beds. No, I didn't.
Yeah, but literally everybody in the car right now is going, yeah, this is not a fucking surprise to us at all, for fuck's sake. Are you joking me? McBride there's definitely it's a Venn diagram of our 2 choices here, which we did, by the way, we didn't confer. Seven just tells you the symbiosis.
Just that's what €200 will buy you,
The symbiosis of myself and Gerry's brains is how we've ended up here, and I am very excited to see where you went.
Well, I'm gonna talk you through it, Tom. Okay, so like I built a couple of man caves through the pandemic. I got a garden shed which in the middle of lockdown, and it became a home to a bunch of old shite that served a purpose. I had an old TV, it went out there. I had an old armchair, I went out there. I had a bunch of old stuff and it went out there, and it's not out there anymore. It got moved into a second man cave, which I'm fucking sitting in right now, which is in the house. And the shed is a shed. It just is, okay?
Yeah.
So I don't care where you want to put this stuff, Tom. Whether you have a spare room in the house that's been given to you for your man cave or for your lady cave with a bunch of stereotypically man stuff in it. If you have a spare room in your house, you want to put it up in the attic, you want to put it out in the shed, you want to put it in the garage, you want to put it in the Renault partner van.
Let's assume there is a volume of space that has been allotted to you by either yourself, because you live alone, or by your spouse who
If you have a roof and power, you can do this.
Yes.
Okay. So the first thing that you need for your man cave, Tom, is you need a chair.
Perfect. Course.
You need an armchair, and
If
I went
nothing else, to sit and contemplate
to
being
sit
Medley.
and exactly. So I
Yeah.
went full Martin Crane on this. I went Fraser's dad on this. Okay,
Oh, lovely, lovely.
you're not gonna get like a pristine, beautiful
You don't want it.
couch. You don't want it. You want something.
Has a story to tell, Gerry. Has a patina.
Patina would be one. Patina would be one name for a Tom. All right.
Mm-hmm.
I went looking for an easy boy recliner.
Oh, it's lovely. The one
Now
that makes everybody go, ah.
now I don't know that I got a branded easy boy recliner, but I got, shall we say, a pre-loved recliner.
Okay.
That's a nice way of saying that. Someone beat an ass groove into this, but you know what it is? It's a leather reclining armchair.
Fucking hell. Any cup holders or
It's got some deep divots, Tom. I'll tell you that much. But it's no, it's and there's a reason why I went for a leather one, Tom. Not for nothing. Is the wipe down ability of a leather
I mean,
armchair.
that springs a lot of connotations into my mind right now, but I'm assuming you're cleaning it immediately after getting it from whoever you
You
bought it
get
from.
it, you clean it, and you would clean it like you. People would be like, "Oh, I wouldn't buy someone else's sofa," and we would bewitch a little bit on a cloth sofa or a fabric sofa that a dog
100%.
could have pissed in, or fucking someone could have shit themselves in, or what it was, and all that. But like with a leather sofa, I feel that you can, use the attachment of the Hoover and suck the crevices out a wee
To be
bit.
fair, when did anybody ever ask for a brand new seat in a pub? You don't.
Exactly.
You're
You
happy enough
don't.
to cock your arse on whatever leather bound seat they have.
And yeah, exactly. Whatever it smells like when I buy it, it ain't gonna smell any fucking better through time.
Cool. So,
You know what it is? You buy yourself this brown reclining sofa. You have a bottle of STP, son of a gun there. Give it a couple of whip wipes, and she's, basically as good as new. Okay.
mhm.
So I bought myself with virtual money a brown leather single chair for €10.
Fucking hell.
For €10 from Drimnagh, County Dublin.
Not too bad. Not too
There you
bad.
go. So now what you have is you have a base of operations. You can come up to your fucking man cave. You sit in your chair. This is now your chair. Like, the way you have your
This is
chair,
your
Tom.
operations room. This is
I,
where
yeah. This is your command center. I've got like, downstairs. I was like, with the 3 piece sofa we have. I'm like, okay, that's my armchair, and it was my armchair for like a week, and then the fucking dog has it, and when the dog has it, the kids in it, and now it's not my chair at all. But I
yeah,
gotta tell you, this brown armchair up in the fucking man cave, no single man, woman, or child is going to want to sit in this thing apart from me.
perfect. Yeah,
It's
nobody
not a
might.
dump,
It's
and
got an.
I will cut the back of it and hoover it out and delouse it and all this kind of shit. But it looks like a good nick chair. It's not falling to bits. I was finding chairs that were falling to bits more than this thing were for 5 times the price.
I'd believe it. I have looked in that realm before, and I was seeing these horrendous buckets of shit for 100 quid. You're like, you're.
What are you doing? What are
What
you
are you
people
doing?
doing?
What are you doing? You didn't
Who
want
do
that.
you who do you think is going to fucking buy this?
Yeah, that's a great buy. An
There you go.
easy a recliner, brown leather recliner, 10 quid. Well done, Jerry McBride.
Thank you, Tom. Thank you, Tom. I'm going to move along. Okay, so the next thing you need for your man cave more than anything else is you need a TV.
Jesus, yeah, you'd be
You
at
know,
nothing. Either that or
stands to
read.
reason, right?
Either
Yeah.
that or
What are you gonna fucking do? Like, be alone with your thoughts? Come on.
reading Playboy in your smoking jacket.
Which
Yeah,
also, I got not for nothing. Tom also has merit. I
it
never
does.
even looked how many vintage Playboys you'd get for €100 on adverts, mind you. Would you want to buy them either?
No, you
You're
wouldn't.
not gonna.
Worst scenario.
You'd be getting the STP to them as well, so you would, Tom.
If you get an STT from them, STP won't. It will not wash out the sadness that will be inside a Playboy.
So
TV.
here's the thing with a TV, Tom. Now you could say, oh yeah, what would you get, like a nice sort of 60-inch LCD LED kind of flat screen kind of job, and I'm like, no, Tom, it's not where I'm going. So it's not. It's not where I'm going. It'll become apparent now in a little second. I'm getting an old school cathode ray TV. A big bitch. I found myself a 50-inch Sony Trinitron stereo TV with a stand being sold in Sligo for €50. That's €50.
So this is the big heavy one. Are we talking it's got a
This
back
is
on
the
it?
big heavy one with the big ass out the back of it, the big Jennifer Lopez TV. It's the kind of thing
It's
that
got junk in the trunk, albeit
it's got
tubes.
junk in the trunk, okay? It's got tubes. It's the kind of thing that when you switch it on, the hairs on your arms stand on end.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
This is the type of TV that it's not the type of TVs that we were brought up with, Tom, where that there were the wood panel ones with the cigarette burns in it. These
Yeah,
are like the big silver, early 2000s Sony TVs. Now you could probably, if you prick around and find yourself a Panasonic TV that might be a little bit bigger. I found a couple that were a little bit bigger, but they didn't have a stand and they didn't have a couple of things. I wanted a stand. It was like a whole sort of a thing that this would just sit in the corner of your man room and watch it. And there'll be a reason I'm going to tell you now, Tom, why I went for the old school cathode ray TVs. And it's going to
yeah.
lend itself into what's coming next, okay? I personally, Tom, am a collector and a fan of old computer games.
Right.
I like the old Super Nintendos. I like the old
Duck Hunt.
Nintendo 64s. I like all that kind of crack. Exactly. Okay. And while you can connect those consoles to today's flat panel TVs, they look like shit.
Do they?
Because they absolutely do. Because the output of them just wasn't built for a flat screen TV. It was built for that ever so slightly curved cathode ray TV to be broadcast in pixels to that size of a TV, to that shape of a TV, that standard of a TV. Now it will do a job and project it on. If you hook up a Nintendo 64 to a flat screen TV, I've done it. It's like someone rubbed grease on the screen.
Ah,
Everything's
shit.
smudgy.
Yeah.
You're there like, what score are you? What's your score? And you're looking at it, and it's just like four smudges. You can't even see like if it's like 100 points or 500 points or whatever the fuck it would be. All the writing looks like shit. Like when the little
Yeah.
dialogue bubbles and shit like that comes up, it just doesn't play. I'm sorry, it just doesn't play. If you want like the good experience of it, people that say like, "Oh, the old games look like shit these days." No, they don't. You're just playing them on the wrong TV. I'll give you a better one, Tom. You mentioned Duck Hunt, my friend.
Correct.
Duck Hunt does not work on one of today's TVs.
Well, there you go. I mean, Jesus.
It
It's like you know what you buy like that. You buy the nowadays you want a handbrake in your car. It's a little button that flaps. Yeah, nobody's
right?
pulling handbrake turns around the field in a fucking flappy fucking. No,
No,
you want a handbrake you can feel.
you want a
Same
handbrake you
thing.
can feel. I'll explain it to you real quick why Duck Hunt doesn't work on a flat screen TV, because how Duck Hunt worked in simple terms is when the duck flew across the screen and you pointed the gun at it. The gun was it wasn't like it didn't shoot anything at the screen. It was like a
No.
little camera. It took a picture of the screen.
Aha.
And when you pulled the trigger, the screen flashed to black and white, like it was a shot.
Yes.
And the duck was white against black. It was a little white dot against black. And if the little camera in your gun
Was
saw the white on the screen, you got a point. That's how it worked. If it saw black, it didn't.
I'm
But
with you.
the LED TVs of today won't flash when the light guns are shot against them. So it just doesn't work. It just literally doesn't work.
You don't have to sell it to me any harder than this, Jerry. It
So
absolutely
there's
makes
that.
sense.
So that is one of the reasons why
Yeah.
I opted for an older TV, which it's easier for you to connect all your old consoles to a big old ignorant cathode ray TV for like 50 that you bought for 50 quid than it is to start hammering them into a converting them to HDMI and putting the HDMI input into the back of
The
of a
proper
new
scarts and stuff like
TVs.
that. And right.
Pricking around with SCARTs and all that. You can get it done on a new TV. Don't get me wrong. You can get it done on a new TV, but it looks like £5 of shit in a £2 bag.
Oh, fuck it. Right. Say no more. I don't
All
know.
right.
You got to stand and everything and surround sound with this.
And I
fucker.
got to
For
stand in
50.
Everton. Okay. And this is the kind of thing, Tom. A couple of stories and then we'll move on, okay? Because I got a lot of shit to sell you here. This the thing with these did you ever hear like fucking snobbish cunts going on about like if they're talking about people from lower economic areas and they'll be going like, oh, but they have the latest phones and all this kind of shit, right? And they'll all say, oh, every house there has a flat screen TV in it, so how poor can they be? They have a flat screen TV in it. Flat screen TV is like the new people used to say, oh, they have a color TV. Like
Yeah.
You walk, do me a favor, all right? Walk into fucking Harvey Norman's in the last 10 years and buy something that wasn't a flat screen TV. You
Yeah,
fucking
they're not
dose,
to be
all
got.
right?
They're not
They're
to be
not
got.
to be got. And not for nothing, you can walk up and you can buy a flat screen Walker TV for under €200. Like, let's stop being fucking cunts about all this,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
But I'll tell you, if those people knew what other people knew, what they'd be saying is, these people are supposed to be poor, and look what they have in the corner there. A 32-inch Sony Trinitron cathode ray TV from 20 years ago. Because I got to tell you, Tom, the people that know what they're selling know not to sell a 32-inch cathode ray Sony Trinitron stereo TV for €50 because they know how much a computer game collector will pay for those things.
It's like the 6210 from Nokia that can basically the battery lasts for fucking 2 weeks and you'll get a reception in hell.
Exactly.
Right.
If you know what you're selling, people think it's a shitty old TV and it's been sitting there for ages. Get the fuck rid of it. No, no. If it switches on, someone that's into their retro gaming will pay you whatever the fuck you want for it.
Wow.
Tom, beside me, I have a Philips 14-inch TV VHS combo. I want to tell you the story about this, all right? I was going to the dump to throw a whole pile of shit out, like torn up decking and all that kind of thing, right?
Uh-huh.
And I seen a man and his son, the kid was like 15 or 16 or whatever, and they're carrying shit over to the TV thing. Now, people tell you things about the dump is that the dump is a one-way street. You're not allowed to take stuff out of it. Tell them you can take anything you want out of the dump if you're not caught.
Uh-huh.
All right? Which is the same as you can take anything out of anywhere if you're not caught.
Well, yeah.
I seen them carrying a TV box. And I was like, well, there couldn't be a TV in that. It's obviously just a cardboard box that had in the house.
Yeah,
Threw a bunch of shit in it. But mind you, they are walking over to where they throw the TVs away. Okay, so let's just kind of follow these people and see what they're doing, right? I kind of stopped them what they were as they were going in. I goes, is there a TV in that? And the box was still fucking taped shut, Tom.
What?
I said, what are you doing with that? It goes, well, it was up in the attic. It's been up in the attic for 20 years, and we're just fucking it out. There's no business for it up in the. And I goes, what was it doing up in the attic? It goes, we won it in a raffle or something, and there was no place for it. So
never opened it.
Never opened it. Put it up in the attic, and I goes, well, can I have it? And they were like, yeah, go on if you want it. We're in the dump. We're throwing it the fuck away.
Wow.
And I goes, I was like, I'll take that, surely. And I took it, and the dump guy came over to me and he goes, you're not allowed to take things out of the dump. And I said, well, I appreciate that, but this never touched the ground in the dump.
Yeah.
It was out of his boot, and now it's going into my boot, and we had a crack, and I asked him for it, and he said I could have it. So it never touched the ground, so I'm not robbing paint cans here, pal. I asked the guy for it, and he gave it to me, and I took it home, Tom. The only thing that was wrong with this when I opened it up was that the 2-pack of batteries that were in it, it still had the batteries for the remote control, and they had corroded, and everything else was fucking pristine.
That's incredible. It kind of reminds me, when I think of it, it would be kind of like the one you'd see in, say, early 2000s movies where the security guard is watching TV, a football match, and he's kind of hits the side of it because he can't pick up the soccer match he's watching.
Yeah,
but he's eating some food at the same time. Meanwhile, our protagonist runs by in the background.
And Tom, that could be you watching TV in your new man cave. Now, if you can't happen to fall across somebody selling one of these babies, or even giving you one of these babies in the dump, the next best thing you can do is you can go over to Sligo, where a young man on Facebook Marketplace is you can rob this TV off, because for 50 quid he's giving it away.
Yeah, that's brilliant. Right.
Now, Tom,
we're only up to 60 quid, Gerry, so you've got bags of cash left.
Well, let's spend some more of it, Tom. I mentioned my love for computer games, retro computer games, and if you're kitting at your man shed, I said that we had a TV here. Let's connect something to it. So I had only money for one retro console to connect to this baby. So would I go for the old Super Nintendo? Would I go for the old Mega Drive, the Nintendo 64? I took a little bit of a shimmy, Tom, and I pulled it a little bit closer. I went for an old PlayStation 2 original fat version, not the slimline version of it, because I had a slimline version of the PS2, and I found them to be a wee bit glitchy. They weren't as good a build. The spring of the
I remember we had one.
The door of it.
The door, you'd be fucking hopping off the thing to try and get it open.
And even that, worse again, was it opening when it shouldn't have to open. I used to have to close it I used to. I have it here. I'd close it and put my phone on top of it to keep it shut. But the old self-feeding PlayStation 2s. The reason I went for a PlayStation 2, Tom, is very, very simple. I know that it's going to look great on my TV.
Yeah.
Say what you want, but computer games today or computer games before, with the greatest of respect, I've played some old Commodore games lately, and with the greatest of respect, a lot of that shit is fucking unplayable at this
Yeah,
stage.
Rat Race was pretty fucking rough.
But the PlayStation 2 has a wide library of classics. You have all your Grand Theft Autos, your Gran Turismos, your Final Fantasies.
GoldenEye?
That was on the Nintendo 64, and if we do this again next year, Tom, we'll pick up a Nintendo. I've got my Nintendo 64 right here, Tom. Not for nothing. But in this instance, I bought a PlayStation 2, and I'll tell you why, Tom. It's very, very simple. It's the reason the PlayStation 2 sold so very well when it was released. If you're buying a PlayStation 2, you're buying two things. You're buying a games console for all those wonderful games, Tom, and you're also buying a DVD player.
Yes.
Because it plays DVDs as well, and you don't play DVDs on a Mega Drive, Tom. That's what I'm going to tell you.
Say no more.
Say no more. I could have went for a PlayStation
got a twofer.
3. I got a twofer. I could have went for a PlayStation 3 and got Blu-ray player with it as well, but the PlayStation 3 is not 100% backwards compatible with the PlayStation 2, so you wouldn't be able to play the older PlayStation 2 games, and the PlayStation 3 just doesn't have the library of good games, Tom. Plus, I wasn't getting one for the €40 I picked this baby up.
€40, sir.
$40. I am
it.
picking up a PlayStation 2. If you do not have a PlayStation 2 in your life right now, you can have one for €40 if you're in the greater Dublin area. There were other versions that were for sale for €50 with a bunch of games with them. I didn't want a bunch of Sims games, no matter how many you're going to give me. I was quite okay without them. But now, Tom, I've got my reclining brown leather chair, my big ass TV that, like, I will say for the cathode ray TVs, after you've been watching flat screen TVs for like 10 years, when you switch on a cathode ray TV, like, it will burn the eyes out of your head.
Of course it will. Of course it will.
Because it's actually emitting light and rays directly at your face. Your mother wasn't lying. This bitch is going to ruin your fucking eyesight. Whereas the LED TVs of today, where it is emitting light, but it's just kind of there on the wall, this is literally blasting photons into your fucking brain.
Yeah.
So it takes a little getting used to. I will say I was playing on this little 14-incher here, and I was like, oh god, my eyes are getting a little bit sore. But once you power through a couple of months of it, you'll be grand.
That's what a man does. You're in a man cave, for fuck's sake.
This is it. This is it. Now,
beautiful.
Tom, we are rocking and rolling.
£100 is all.
Yeah, well, here's what else we need, Tom, all right? We need some music in our life.
Of course we do. Yes.
All right. We need some music in our life. All right?
Wouldn't be a man cave without it.
Wouldn't be a man cave without it. Now, look, I'm sitting here before you, Tom, a man with a mobile phone and a Spotify platform. So I've all the music I ever want in my life. But just as it's nice to have computer games in your hand, DVDs in your hand, a TV that's literally giving you cancer the more you watch it. It's nice to have records.
Records. There is something very visceral about holding a record. You can see the music in lines. Yeah, I'm with you.
You can see the music, you can see everything. So I bought myself, with our virtual money, a Sanyo vintage stereo. The old-fashioned tower system with a record player right on the top of it, a twin tape deck, a radio, what appears to be like what did you call them, Tom? Like the stabilizers or the bits you slide up and down for the music?
Well, yes, equalizers.
The equalizers, yeah, it's got a whole fucking shitload of them.
I mean, there's no party happening when you actually just open your. Because everything is nothing is visceral, tactile in a phone. You just tap, 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 tap.
No,
you walk in, you got to physically use, those man hands to fucking get this thing going.
Tom, this thing is 3 feet fucking tall. It's got the glass case on the front of it, and the bottom of it has where you can store your records. You know what I mean? Like, this is a proper order piece of kit with 2 big ass speakers.
You could jam this against the door and keep out would-be attackers. is what
Oh
you're
yeah,
telling
no,
me.
you can fucking dam a river with this thing.
Wow.
And not only that, Tom, is I can take a feed from my television and plug it into the back of it.
Sweet Jesus
I can
Christ.
take it. I'm pretty certain. It might take a little bit of doohickeyin, but I'm pretty certain I could get a feed out the back of the PlayStation and plug it back into it. Now I'm not entirely. Don't quote me
So
on that one, because
let's
the output on the PlayStation could be it is an optical. I know it's got an optical that you could plug it into like a fancier, newer sort of surround sound system. But I wasn't going to get that for the money I got this thing for. I got my hi-fi and speakers, Tom, for €50.
€50. Well, that's a great purchase. That's a great purchase. You put your TV sound through that because you're watching MTV, of course.
Of course.
You know what I mean. You get to Hip Hop Fridays down at the beach with Carson Daly and maybe Notorious B.I.G. Jesus Christ, you put that through the speakers.
Not even that, Tom. If you go pooching around in the Renault partner van that you bought and open the glove compartment of it, if it has any tapes in it, if it is like, Garth Brooks in
Wow,
pieces and fucking A Woman's Heart, like, this bitch will play them.
that's amazing. That's
Now, how
amazing.
about that? I gotta share pictures of this. Like, it's the proper tower system that you can put your records and
Yes,
everything underneath it. It had one little note on it, if I like. Sanyo stereo system, radio, cassette deck, and turntable, all in full working order, although the turntable needle, while working, should be replaced.
easily done.
Easily done. Includes
Easily done.
two speakers.
I wouldn't worry about it. Wouldn't put me off.
I'm
For that,
not worried about it.
for that kind of
I'm
money,
not worried. I'm just
tremendous.
gonna fucking kick back now, Tom. So I got my big ass TV, my reclining sofa, my PlayStation 2. I got fucking Hank Williams on the turntable.
Jesus Christ, put an ashtray and a cigar in your hand, and you're the luckiest man on the planet.
Well, do you know what else we might need, Tom?
Well,
What else would we like in our hand right now?
a beer,
A cold beer.
by God.
How would you get a cold beer, Tom? You can get beer.
But you got to get
How
it
do you keep
cold.
it? How do you keep it cold? You keep it cold in a mini fridge, my friend, for $20.
Jesus Christ.
$20 for a mini fridge that holds 6 bottles of beer, which last I checked is what they come in.
You gave 20 quid is all for that.
$20.
Thriftiest man I've
Now
ever met.
I have had a little fridge before that was bought as a novelty item, and I gotta tell you, Tom, they talk a good game, but like they're small and they're loud. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I gotta tell you one thing: my fucking stereo system's just gonna have to be that little bit louder.
Hello. I
This
mean,
thing is small enough to fit inside the glass cabinet at the bottom of the record player of the stereo system, where you would naturally store your records. But I don't have like 50 records that'll fill the whole gap underneath it. I got, I can get one or two maybe, and then you have your beer underneath it. So while I am kicking back, chilling, I've got my little fridge. And while I had my little fridge, Tom, I splashed out on another tenner to buy myself a wall-mounted bottle opener.
that's classy. That's a lot classier than searching or putting around inside in the drawer looking for some fucking yoke like the back end of a fucking can opener.
Yeah, or a cigarette lighter or anything like that.
Yeah.
And it's the kind of thing where you your bottles,
Yeah.
and the caps fall down into like a little tray.
So you've got your own bar.
You've got your own bar.
Wow.
And then your caps fall down into the tray, and there's a little black and white cartoon of a man. Like, I guess he's just the beer man. He's on everything. You know, the beer man, he's just sort of like smile, like,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
kind of thing. And it says, beer, we serve the best, Tom. Their words, not mine.
You've literally walked over to a corner of a party. There's a whole music system with three mediums of music. And
Oh, this,
in
like,
that in
I
that
dare say
scenario,
this. Yeah, this stereo system is like, magical properties. I would imagine that you can play records, you can listen tapes, or then you can tune the radio into fucking long wave radio Atlantic 252 and win a hoodie.
wow. Wow. You're the
And
luckiest
then
man
go
alive.
and sit down and play Crash Bandicoot.
It's amazing.
And get a suntan from the screen
Yeah. Okay. I like
until
it.
you're the same color as your brown leather sofa. Your fucking tan mom.
You walk out of the room saying things like beat it, scram.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's going on here?
With your
So
skateboard.
add me up there, Tom. What have we got?
Jesus Christ, Jerry. I think you're going back. You're going to part. You got some money for beer, I think. So you got tenner. tenner up front for the Easy Boy. Lazy
Yes.
Boy, I should say. 50 quid for that incredible telly with a stand.
Thank you.
PlayStation coming in at 40. Now we're at 100 quid there.
Yes, 100 even.
Stereo system, party in the room, 50 quid.
Yes.
Fridge, 20 quid.
Wall-mounted
100,
button opener a tenner.
180 quid.
180 quid.
Jesus
Well, that
Christ.
means I've got 20 euro left, Tom. And what good is man cave if you can't tell people about it?
What?
What good is a man cave, Tom, if you can't tell people about it? And what is the only acceptable manner to spread word of your man cave from your man cave? What's the only acceptable mode of communication, Tom?
I'll accept a landline or a CB.
A CB radio for
Yes.
20 euros, Tom.
Eastbound and down, pulling up and trucking.
Rubber ducky, Tom. That's
Wow.
gonna be your call handle.
Wow.
Two duckies is gonna be your call
Wow.
handle,
A
buddy. Tom,
CB.
two duckies. A CB radio for $20. Comes with the it comes with the here's me with all my fucking CB knowledge. It comes with the mic, the handset, whatever, and a pair of crocodile clips, which I would imagine would connect it to a car battery, not included, but I'll find some way of connecting it to the fucking.
I tell you one thing, that fucking TV will have something you can fucking
That
hook
TV
into.
will have something that you can connect to the back of it. I swear to God, or I'll just jam it into the thing. It says sold as seen, not sure if working, but I'm pretty sure a CB's working, Tom, unless you held it underwater for 20 years.
They're
I'm
CBs,
pretty sure
Jerry.
you'll
They're
get something
CBs.
out of it.
You're
The
going to
CB
get something
band.
out of it. Wow. That is absolutely fucking tremendous. Do you know what's so fucking like every single item on this like could have easily have fitted into mine too on the daily basis. Like you could have absolutely lined every one of these up with a day. Like
So
there's no like I call it what you will, Gerry, but this is the most masculine fucking episode I think we've ever done.
we've ever done. I mean,
And
like,
we
the
did a
CB,
breakdown of Hit the Diff, by the way. We did a 2.5 hour breakdown of Hit the Diff, but this is Jesus. This is some Ron Burgundy level stuff. This is you can smell the cologne off this episode.
I got to 180, Tom. I got it down to 180. I had a PlayStation 2 for 50 quid, and I was like, no, I can go do cheaper. I get one. And I found one for 40 quid. I did everything right. I'm not making any of this shit up. I got screen grabs to prove it. Got down to 180, and I was like, I guess I can decorate the place with like a neon beer sign or some such.
I was wondering where you're going to go that way.
I was looking for those things, and I was like, oh, hang on a second, and I got myself a fucking CB radio, Tom. So I'm going to kick back for 200 virtual bucks spent the buys and sells, done deals, and adverts.ie's of this world, kicking back in a brown lazy boy chair with my big ass TV and stand underneath, which is a PlayStation 2. I got my tunes pumping out in the hi-fi stereo, cracking beers out the mini fridge, and CB and Tom.
I wonder, would you, if the sides of the I'm guessing the lazy boy are some way. They probably made a timber, a light ply.
You could screw the CB to it, couldn't you?
And the bottle opener onto the other side.
Yeah.
Look
at that. There you go, Tom. That's a man cave for you, buddy. 200 bucks out of
No more needed. No more needed. Wow.
You want me to come around and scratch your arse for you? That's what I do it.
That is tremendous.
There you go.
I was thinking you were going to get a landline that was a hamburger or something.
Honestly, you know what? If I'd have found a Garfield phone for 20 quid, I would have probably bought that, or the burger phone. All right, yeah, no. And honestly, like, who the fuck am I going to be CBing from West Dublin? But here we are. You never know who you pick up. Thieves, Tom. Fucking criminals on the CB.
Possibly, but at the same time,
you know what? Honestly, tune into the police band and just fucking listen in. Have a rare
if it's even on a police band anymore, like hey,
who knows?
I saw a chap with a Jetta the other day actually speaking on one. So they are working some which way.
All right, well, it's just gonna be me and this fucking chap in the Jetta chatting to each other. You in Blanche? No. All right, bye.
No, I'm in Kerry.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. All right. Let's keep tuned. I'm on 7.
Do you know what? I tell you what. The statement I made at the top when I mentioned it to somebody last week, I still stand by that. I think this would be actually a very fun thing to do for a gang of friends.
Oh God, yeah.
steaming on it. Going, look,
Oh
we're,
yeah, yeah,
the
yeah.
pubs are gone. The pub is gone to shite. Let's hit the house, sit out the back with a fucking couple of a bit of barbecue and some beers, and go. All right, let's see what you got, and try and create a narrative around it.
Yeah.
I think there's something in that.
That's a bachelor party right there, Tom.
I think so. I'd be very interested to sit down with the female equivalent. I suppose our wives are the female equivalent of us. Let's be honest, and see what they would think we would buy in to see more so rather than so in what they would buy. But I think they'd probably get it pretty right. They'd be definitely in the ballpark.
I thought you were going to say give the ladies €200 and see what they'd buy from, but honestly, like, you know, they just buy it and return it the next day. Any rate,
yeah, get it in 2 sizes just in case. Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen of the audience of the Tom and Gerry show, what would you buy if you had 200 virtual euros to spend on the marketplaces and adverts.ie of our day? Have you had a horror story buying or selling? Let us know in the comments of the podcast. Or indeed on our social media channels, where you can follow him at Tom_O'Mahony. You can follow me at Gerry McBride, Gerry with a G. That'll get us on most Twitters or Instagrams or whatnots of this world. And all roads lead to at Tom and Gerry Show. If you don't know exactly the address, just look up Tom and Gerry in the search of your favorite social media platform, and me and him will probably show up.
Yeah, it'll be a cartoon of us. Also, keep an eye, as we've released this, keep an eye on the Instagram page and the Twitter page, because Gerry will be posting the confirmation. I have a little folder.
Oh, yeah, we've got a little folder. Yeah. I made a zip drive.
Did you? I'm going to send it over to you just so you have it. So, and you know what I mean? You can pull us on it and go, come on now. Come on.
No, you didn't buy that. There you go. There's ducks for 15 quid. Buy some.
Look, they're there to be gotten. That's all I'm saying. But look, if it is your first time listening, for somehow you rambled into this one, Christ, how? But there is a rake more, like I said at the top of the show.
Yes.
This is season 7. So needless to say, there's lots. There's lots. If you would please, if you are whatever platform you're listening on, please rate us highly. Nothing less than 5 stars or the top of the pops is any use to us. If you would maybe write us a comment, do a screen grab, maybe tag us in it on whatever social platform you follow us on. Beautiful. The more people that hear about this, the better it is for finding us and shit like that. We'll keep trucking on with this. Make sure and hit subscribe if you are, because 90% of you are on Spotify, but hit the bell as well, so that when this lands in your phone, it literally buzzes. Other than that, Ger, I'd say it is as well for you to kick back on your lazy boy. I'm away out to the van, because I think that's where I'm going to be sent for the remainder of the week. Not too unhappy about it.
Tom, we didn't even discuss duck eggs.
I'll be honest with you.
You getting duck eggs now?
I'm getting duck eggs now. Lovely blue eggs. I'll make you an omelette the next time you call over.
Up money, buddy.
This is it. People, thank you very much.
Good luck.